Dear students, in this video we are going to discuss about the lathe operations. In the module 5 of Elements of Mechanical Engineering, we are seeing about the machine tool operations. In machine tool operation, lathe is the one of the machine tool. So first of all, what is a machine tool and what is the operations, what it is required for making the products? Okay, let me see that one. So manufacturing process is the one which is used for the removal of materials, and it will be used for making different components. So lathe is one of the machine tool which is run by power, electrical powers, and it will be used for the removal of removal of material, and it will be used for the production of components. And lathe operations, here what we are going to see about these lathe operations are turning, taper turning, facing, thread cutting, knurling, drilling. Like these different operations are used for performing the production of the components. So the production of components, in the sense what we have already seen, is material removal. Okay, the raw material is being removed with the help of a cutting tool in a rotating workpiece, so that the operations what we can do is turning, taper turning, facing, threading and all. One by one, now we are going to see what is the taper turning operation, what is the turning operation, what is the facing and all. Okay, so first one, the machine tool implies the name of the machine tool is turning. We can call it as a turn tool also. Okay, turning machine. The turning machine or lathe machine, both are the one and the same. So turning, in the sense, we can make the cylindrical workpieces. Okay, we can do operations over the raw material, and we can make cylindrical workpieces. So here, how it is going to be done, that is one we are going to see. So turning is the operation of workpiece which is used for the diameter reduction. Okay, cylindrical piece, cross section of, suppose if you have a cylindrical workpiece, we can reduce it, we can reduce the diameter by working on it. So when the workpiece is held in the chuck and it is being rotated, and the cutting tool which is used for the removal of the material can be fed. First of all, we have to give some perpendicular depth of cut, and that after that we can move the cutting tool parallel to the axis of the rotation. That's what it is needed for the entire length we can move it. So first, turning operation, while doing that, the workpiece is being supported with the help of some centers. That is we can say it's a live center which is in the headstock. The workpiece is supported by using a jaw. It is held in between. It is held by the chuck, the jaw, and it is rotating. If the workpiece is very lengthier, then it can be supported with another center which is called the dead center, which is located in the there in the tailstock. Okay, so live center and dead center, in between these two centers, the workpiece is being supported, and it is can be rotated in the fast which is required. If the operation, it depends upon the operations, so we can adjust the speeds of this spindle which is rotating. And a single point cutting tool is used in the cutting, which is hold in the tool post of the lathe. So there we can use the single point cutting tool, and we can give a small perpendicular feed for depth of cut, and then we can move it to the parallel to the axis in the to and fro motion, so that it will be moved. The cutting point cutting tool can be moved left and right towards the axis of the rotation, so the raw material can be removed. This is what the process of turning operation, which can be used for the removal of the diameter. There is a reduction of diameter. And one more operation, which is the facing operation. Facing is just, you can see a face of the job. So the face of the job may be irregular in shape. When it is coming as a raw material, it may be of irregular. So to make it a regular shape and a face, we are going to measure through the face. So that face should be perfectly machined first. So to machine that, we are going to use the operation we called as a facing operation, which is used for making the flat surface in the cylindrical workpiece. The end surfaces face will be flat. So here the direction of the feed of the tool is perpendicular to the axis of the lathe. So when the workpiece is held in the chuck and it is rotating, and we are moving perpendicular to the axis, so that we can get the operation called phasing. And another one, the third operation, which will be used for making a serrated surface, to making a generate a serrated surface in the cylindrical component. Okay, so most probably we are using some polished handle. If you see, the handle will be, if it is polished, then there will not be any grip surface there while you are using. So for making the grip surface, the serrated surface is needed in the cylindrical job. So there we are going to use a knurling tool. So a knurling tool, you can see in the right side, it consists of a roller type tools. When these rollers are pressed over the rotating workpiece, okay, when we are pressing the rollers, the knurling tools over the rotating workpiece, this the shape, what are the shapes in the roller been embossed in the jobs workpiece. So here, but the thing is, it should rotate in a slower speed of around a 60 to 80 rpm. So that is the only thing we have to do, is we have to move it very slowly. We have to rotate the work component very slowly, and the knurling tools or located in such a manner that the both the rollers are going to touch the workpiece. Okay, so that we can see in the previous video. This is the previous slide. In this we can see the knurling tool, how it will be. So both, there are two knurlings, or there two or three rollers, or there more number of rollers. So when we are going to press this knurling tool over the rotating workpiece, the two rollers should touch over the workpiece, so that it can create the impression over the jobs when it is rotating. So the tool consists of one upper roller and lower roller. Then it will be pressed over the workpiece. The third operation is a thread cutting operation. Frequently we have seen so many components which are used in the assembly line, just like the bolt, nut and all. So these are going to useful for the matting surfaces of two things. And there, the threading, what do you mean by threading? Threading is a helically shaped groove. So in a cylindrical workshop, if workpiece, if you make a helical groove, that groove we call it as a thread cutting. And thread cutting, it starts from one point and it ends on another point, so that it is a helically moving over the circumference of the workpiece. The thread cutting is operation which is used by a thread tool, and finally we will get as a thread. So this is what the thread tool. You can see a single form thread, and V shape, U shape, square shape, butterfly threads, or there are different types of threads you can make it. So now after this threading operation, we are going to see one more operation which is called a drilling operation. Drilling is it's a process of making a hole. Okay, so normally flat objects we can make a drill, as well as in the cylindrical objects. If you want to make a drill, the object, the face of the cylindrical workpiece, we can make drilling. That means we can make a hole in the face by using the tool called drill bit. So a drill bit is a tool which is having a helical structure in that, helical grooves in that, and we call it as flute. The drill bit having the flute which can be fed in the tail stock, so that the tail stock, through the tail stock we can give feed in the workpiece. Okay, the face of the workpiece. So we can remove the materials when it is fed, when the drill bit is fed. The workpiece which is held in the chuck and it is rotating, when the drill bit is used for the material removal, the drill bit, when it passes over the surface through the flutes, the materials are coming outside of the hole. That's what a hole can be made with the help of drill bit. So when the drill bit is pressed over the rotating workpiece, it will be do. And here the tool is held in the tail stock, but it is stationary. Only the workpiece is going to be rotated. So revolving workpiece and the rotating hand will help for the making of the holes. So this is the operation of the drill. After drill, we can make it as a boring operation, and we can make it as a reaming operation. That's what it depends upon the size of the hole. So in the tailstock picture, you can see the tailstock dead center. We can remove the dead center, and we can use the drilling bit in that place, so that it will be useful for making the drill in the face of the workpiece, right? So next is the taper turning operation. We are going to see up the taper turning operation in the further videos. First of all, we should know what is a taper turning. Taper turning is the one which is having a conical shape. If you want to make a cylindrical operation, if you want to make a cone like structure in a cylindrical workpiece, so that is a gradual increase or decrease in the diameter along a length, that we call it as a taper. So taper in the sense a decreasing or increasing area of cross section of the conical cylinder, for a cylinder, that we call it as a taper turning. This can be done with two methods. One is swiveling method and a tailstock offset method, or farm tool method also. In the further classes, we are going to discuss about the taper turning operations. Okay.